Getting involved with this legislation on animals' use for testing, medicine in particular, is an interest of mine because I'm very keen on the welfare of animals, but I also want to get a balance, and I think it's a matter of conscience really, between what animals should be used for testing, how often they should be tested. These are the matters, and of course actually treated well through the whole process. So I think it's getting the balance right. Working on the legislation, I went to several laboratories, including one in Switzerland, and it was, in a way, it was sort of quite heart-rending to see, but on the other hand, it gave you that chance to see practically why it was necessary, and one of the scientists said to me, he said, well, Mr. Parish, there are 3 medicines there, one of them will kill you. I have to test it on animals first before it can be used on humans, and so therefore you start to get that balance. And you also have got to remember that we do want to have the very best research, and I also actually want that to be done in Europe because I do actually feel there's better checks and balances in Europe than there is in parts of Asia. So I think we have to be clear on this. I can't deny people in the end a medicine to cure them, but I've got to be sure that the industry is not testing, using more animals for testing than is necessary. Is human life in the end the most sacrosanct? And I think it is. Last thing I want to do is inflict pain on animals, but I do think we have to balance between, the humans must be protected if at all possible, and then if some testing on animals needs to take place, I think it is necessary. The trouble is, I'm a layman, I'm not a doctor, but you have to. But as a politician in doing a report, you have to take sort of a balance. You have to take what you think is ethically right. You have to take advice that you from all sides. I think on the ethical side, I think you have to put yourself into the position that if you have a child suffering from cancer or suffering from a brain disease that cure that could be available for that child was tested on animals, would you actually deny your child that medicine? And you wouldn't. And so therefore, should I, as a politician, make the judgment that I'm so, animals are so sacrosanct that this won't happen? And I don't think I can. And I think, I have to take that judgment. But it's not an easy one. Like I said, there's not easier routes to take. But I think it's one of these issues that when you go and meet the doctors, the scientists, and go to the laboratories, see what's actually going on, much as you don't want to agree with animal testing, you actually see the logic in what's happening, and then you balance that with the fact that you represent not only the animals, but you represent people and their desire to have medicine to cure themselves, their family, and I don't think I could go down the route of denying them that right.